For my audience research project, I decided to look into customer service in the food industry and its use of technology. Basically, through this research, I wanted to see how my experiences would vary by ordering food or placing an order through a mobile device or machine versus the traditional way of ordering food, which would be through human interaction either at the cashier or counter. Additionally, I also want to see if people preferred one over the other. What motivated me to study this particular topic was that as a person who has been raised in this technological era, I noticed at some point just how dependent our world has become on technology. This can be seen in our excessive use of cell phones and excessive reliance on the internet. Thus being said, it seems as though the convenience that technology has provided for us, such as the choice of online shopping and delivery apps, has become a way for us to avoid social situations and interactions. I wanted to further look into this, and as a food lover, I thought, why not look into technology and the way it's affected the food industry? I decided to visit 3 different places to conduct my study. Firstly, I decided to go to McDonald's in order to compare and contrast the difference in my experience when ordering from a kiosk machine versus ordering at the counter. With the kiosk machine, I found that I was able to take my time when browsing the menu. As I was able to take my time, I could clearly see certain promotions on their menu, including the special prices. Things were very organized, and it made a very quick and simple process. Payment at the machine was also straightforward. When ordering in person, I personally felt the pressure to already know my order once I have reached the cashier, simply because I didn't want either the employee or the lineup to have a long wait. Because it was such a rushed decision, I found that I did not have much time to notice the promotions on the menu above, and I was also not able to explore my options or try new things, so I just opted for my typical go-to order. I found that personally, I preferred the kiosk machine for its convenience, and I also just liked how easy and quick it was to use. Next up, I chose Starbucks as my location of research. Rather than the machine, Starbucks has developed an app. The benefits of this app is that you can collect points in order to redeem a free drink, and it's also pretty convenient as you're able to place an order from the app as well. This comes in handy when you're in a rush and would like to order in advance, which allows you to skip a line. During my experience when ordering from the app, it was pretty busy at the cafe. As a result, I didn't want to leave my stuff or risk losing my spot if I were to pack up to wait in line. I also didn't want to break my concentration while studying. I found that the app was very convenient in this particular situation. It was easy to navigate, and since my card payment was already set up on the app, it cut down the time process by even more. Once my drink was ready, I just had to get up and grab it. From my observations, I noted that the general consumer of Starbucks seemed to vary between students to office workers. With that being said, I found that the app would be very useful for these two groups since they're often in a rush or on a time crunch. Lastly, I decided to see the difference in my personal experience when ordering pizza from Domino's in person in comparison to ordering online. Personally, I didn't see a difference between these two methods, as they were both rather quick and easy. I did, however, find that ordering online allowed me to save time. When ordering in person, I would just have to place my order and wait for 15 minutes or leave and come back. When ordering online, however, it allowed me to save that time by placing the order in advance and picking my food up on the way to whichever destination I was going to. I found this extremely convenient. Additionally, you could also choose to make the payment online or in advance, or customers are also able to choose the option of paying in person. Some observations that I noticed was that Starbucks and McDonald's, the majority of people who use the kiosk machine and mobile pickup app, generally tended to center around teens, students, and workers. The elderly almost always went the traditional route by ordering at the counter. This is possibly due to the fact that the elderly are not as familiar with technology as the younger generation. In conclusion, I found that ordering through the Starbucks app and ordering online at Domino's allowed me to save a lot of time since I had the option of doing it in advance. This is especially useful for students and workers who almost always have access to their mobile phones or the internet and are constantly short on time. While I found that ordering through an app, machine, or website had more benefits, I personally don't think that any of this can replace our need for human interaction. Personally, while I do have moments where I would simply like to go upon my own business undisturbed, there's still something comforting about having that human quality in our daily lives when we're out eating. While it's extremely beneficial to have these new devices at our disposal, it would also be quite unsettling to only have machines and no human workers at all. All in all, I think both have their own benefits. However, even as we continue to evolve and develop technology, I doubt we'll ever truly be able to replace humans in the service industry.